Hello everyone, and welcome to Caroline's Craft Tree, and welcome to the April Freebie. So if you haven't been following along, we're doing a journal out of these freebie pages. You're welcome to do whatever you like with them. And yeah, so this is for April. I have a page here. It's kind of a teal blue with a tree with a whole bunch of birds on it. And then there's this page here. Not sure how well that's going to show up, but it's a light teal, and then there's like some orange-ish, coral-ish colors kind of running through it. And there's a third page, just kind of a faded collage page with some writing and whatnot. I did an extra page because of what I have in my mind for this month's page. Then we have some bookmarks, a few embellishment things, a bag, just some odds and ends. And then another bag, some flowers, and a couple other bookmark style things. The bookmarks and the cards will fit inside the pockets. So let's get started on this. I've already cut all my pieces out. So let's just dump them out of the bag. And let's move them off to the side just so they're not in the way. I just printed mine on a 24-pound cardstock. So we can start by folding all our papers in half. Now I've printed mine on full page mode. Not all printers can do that. And let's do this one. I did all my pages. I printed on both sides. The birds, I printed the paper with like the coral squiggly lines going through it. And then I printed one with that same page on both sides. And then this one here we're going to do something special with. It's going to be part of our project. So I'm going to make a belly band. And I want to put the pockets on the belly band. I think they'll just fit. So let's start by scoring these so we can fold them. Now I just use a ruler and my stylus tool. And I'm going to line up right where that, where the corner is there. And I'm just going to follow that line up. It's only paper, so it's not going to be too hard to score, or even just fold by hand. And I'm going to take that point there and go up to that point there where the lines are. There is some faded lines on here for you to score or fold on. Some people just like to fold, and that is totally doable on these. I was going to do it on a 65-pound cardstock, but I didn't want to add too much bulk to it all. Okay, so let's fold these up. And I mean, you can do pretty much anything you want with these pages, with the freebies. You just can't use them digitally Can't use them to reproduce anything digital. Now this is a little bit off here, so I'm just going to trim that off ever so slightly. It's going to be covered there anyways, because I'm going to fold that up and put it like so. Now I have inked around here, but I need to ink just a few of the spots yet. You could use these on any pages. They're just kind of a marbled type effect. I guess part of me kind of went for Easter type colors. Okay, let's just glue those up. Just so then that part is done. I'm using art glitter glue. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. And then it's not even there, but you're not going to see that anyway, so I'm not too worried. Now this one here is catching a little bit too, so I'll just cut that off just a little bit. And let's put a little bit of glue on the bottom part and glue that up. So then we have a cute little bag. We'll ink it up in 1 second here. Put a little bit of glue here. And a little bit there. I'll decide what I'm going to decorate these with in a moment. Now I'm just going to ink up these sides. And right across here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of ink, just so then that's not so white, that little, my little thumb notch there. I'm not a white fan. Now I'm hoping this turns out, because I haven't done one yet. All of these freebie papers, when I'm doing it, is all first time items. I'm going to put my pin back in my glue. Okay, so I'm going to make a belly band, but I want it folding. So this paper is printed the same on both sides. Make sure that I get it the right way up. And I want it folded so that way I can open it back up and have the full sheet of paper. So I'm going to start by finding the middle of my page. So it's going to be 5 1/4. So just do a light mark in the middle because I can erase that if I happen to see it. So my bags are about 2.5 inches. So that means my belly band is going to be at least 2.5 inches. So let's do if we do one, let's do 3 inches. See what happens. So I've got my 0 lined up here. And so I'm going to go 1.5 inches on either side. So once that is there, then that should be, that'll leave 1/4 inch on each side of my bag. And they should both fit and down. So let's do that. So now I want to do the same here. So let's go 1.5 on either side. Now I've got the Tim Holtz ruler, which has the 0 in the middle, but you could use any ruler. Okay, now I'm going to just line up with the 2 marks I made, and I just want to fold it up. Okay, there's one side. Turn it around so we can fold up the other side. I did do something like this similar before, but it was a bit different, but kind of the same. So let's fold this one over. Okay. Now this let's tuck some of these in more. So this was 2, what was it? 3 inches total. So now we go 3 inches this way. I'm just lining up my 0 with my fold. And then I'm going to go and do my 3 inches this way. Okay, now let's fold back this tiny little piece. Okay, and that one. Let's fold this other side. This side is wider. Not quite sure why, because I did it all from there. 1.5, and then I got 1, 2, 3. Not sure why, but that's okay. That part is not that important. Can't find my pencil marks. There we go. And let's fold that over. So now this is going to fold this away. And that is going to fold that away. So far, so good. And then these are going to go onto here. And I'll probably just hold this closed with a paper clip of some kind. So then we'll put something in the pockets. Then it'll open up, open up, open up, open up, and then you'll have all this for writing space. But also, I'm going to try and put in some of these. Now we could make these into belly bands inside the belly band, or we can make them into a bookmark and maybe just put a tiny little pocket there that they can slip into, or they could just sit in there when this is closed up. We could even put one of these in here And then this could fit in here. Like so. Lots of possibilities. But I want the bags out on the front. Now I left this full page, so it's 8.5. These are printed on 8.5 by 11s. Because then what I'm going to do is it'll fit right on this page from top to bottom. And the main idea is for all the extra writing space, because you've got all this writing space, so it should be really good. So let's put these down here. So I think I'll put one there, one there. Now I could make this into a pocket behind by only gluing here, here, and here. But I'm going to glue it all the way down because I think this is going to be more than thick enough of a belly band by the time we're done with everything. So I'm just going to glue all over. And then I'm going to glue that right there. I hope everybody is enjoying these monthly freebies. I'm enjoying doing this. It's going to be really hard to wait until the end of the year to actually assemble it. But something to look forward to. Okay. Bit of glue on there. And how much space? I want a little more space on the top than on the bottom. And there we go. Now you could stitch these on if you wanted. Now I'm thinking on putting these in here because I kind of made them just a nice size to fit in there. But also there are these. Now these are a bit long, but they can all be chopped off whatever length we decide we want them. So if we wanted one on the top, of course we don't want it sticking out that much, you could easily cut that off to whatever size that you would want them. So these, I will back these when I go to put them in here. And I'm thinking I want something on the top just to make it kind of like a little tag type thing. I might just put a couple of tabs on there. Let's find a piece of something to back that with. I'm just going to use a piece off of a book. Kind of just a cream color. So let's back these right now. Hold on. I have a couple of these. I'm thinking maybe putting it behind, like in between the two layers. Let's do that. And these are just the whale tail punch. Actually, a little piece of lace or something would go nice on the top. Which now I'm thinking maybe I should have did that. But that's okay. We've got this. Let's put this on. I'm going to line that up. I want to put right like so. It's pretty close to being even. Let's glue this one together. Okay, and these are just pages shrunk down from old vintage flower books. Okay, let's glue this one down in the same way. I want to put this little point at the edge of my paper. Okay, now we can glue these down and put a backing on them. And I might eventually sew around these. That will be something I will decide more towards the end of doing the journal. There will be a few videos at the very end, like in December. Just putting on all the finishing touches on different things. Well, I never thought of that because now that's going to be hard to cut out. That was not thinking ahead, but this one I'll glue right to the edge. All is not lost. Okay, let's put this one right at the edge of the paper, make it a little easier to cut off the top. Okay. Cut that off. Okay, let's cut this off. Okay, so I've got these cut out and I've got them inked. Now these are going to go and sit right into these pockets, like so. Now I also want to decorate these up. I've got a whole bunch of the little pieces here from the kit. So now I'm thinking just on layering a few of these things up. Just to decorate it up a little bit. I'm thinking just kind of layering them up a bit. It's a little bit big for the page, but I think it'll be okay because we've got that little bit off to the side. And this is just kind of what I was thinking. I think I'll switch those to butterflies to give so I'm just thinking something like that, just a real basic layered collage type thing. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe we do need a little bit of some kind of cheesecloth or something. I'm thinking something that's a little bit different color to be able to see it a little more. going to go for this. I'm just going to put it down and see what happens when it's all done. Would have liked to have had these on something a little thicker, but the paper is fine. It works. Okay, let's excuse me. Okay, just gonna put that down. Maybe the leaf I'll put that way. Flower there, and then the butterfly will go over top. I have inked the edges of all these. Okay. Put that point right down into the corner. And just because I've used this in some of the other pages, let's use a little bit in here. Now again, this is Crystal Flash, and it's a really fine, I guess it's like a plastic hair type stuff, but it's actually for fly tying. So there is Flashaboo, and then there is Crystal Flash, which are very, very similar. Think of this as the icicles on your tree. Same type of idea, except this stuff is more round than your icicles on your tree. But you can find it on Amazon or on any fly fishing shop. That deals in fly tying materials, that is. Hubby didn't want it anymore for tying flies, so I thought, that'll be a cool addition to junk journal supplies. And it does come in a wide variety of colors. And just the glue of the flower will hold that down. You can't, I don't even know if you can really see it when it's on the paper in the camera. But it does add a really nice little extra touch. And I just decided to just right at this moment, I don't know if I can do this or not, but I'm going to try putting a couple pieces onto the antenna of the butterfly. So let's just put some glue there. And let's see what happens here. Just going to glue those down. Kind of a fussy thing to do, but I think it'll be kind of cool. Just going to trim off this end of these. Oh, that one came off. Okay. I'll trim the tops off once I get it glued down. Let's get some glue on here. I don't usually cut out the antennas when I'm fussy cutting butterflies, just because it is just too hard to. Okay, let's put that there. Oh, those antennas look really good. I like that. Not sure, can you see the antennas on the butterfly? I am going to trim them down just a tiny little bit. They are a bit long. But those actually look really, really good on there. So, I've got to keep that in mind for further use of that. Okay, let's go there. Let's put this on. And I don't think I'm going to put that straight, so I'm just going to put her in like that. I have a bad habit of trying to line everything up and whatnot when my mind thinks, yeah, put it on crooked, just it doesn't need to line up. But when I go to do it, I gotta get it straight, I gotta get it straight. And it's kind of silly, but I'm sure others have that issue too. Or wanting things matchy-matchy. But yet I love doing eclectic journals of just a big mixture of things in it. I'm going to put the leaf this away, just to be a little bit different than the bottom. Okay, let's... These Flashabou, I guess they're about a foot long, maybe 14 inches long. I don't know if anybody has bought any of this. Okay, so I just found out that my battery died in my camera. How wonderful. So I'm not sure where it stopped recording until I actually go to edit the videos and stuff. But anyways, this is what I've got done so far. I've just done some layering. I've used some of the Flashabou. I've got some Flashabou on for the antennas on this butterfly as well. So let's glue this down. My batteries don't last very long in my camera now. I need to start using my phone, I guess. I need to figure out the video. Let's put that just kind of up there. Okay, I'm just going to trim down the antennas to probably an inch long. But I really, really like how the Flashabou looks for the antennas. Hopefully you can see it. So that's the front of our belly band. Now, I wish I would have inked actually all the edges before I put it together. But once it opens up, you're going to have the full page. Now, these are bookmarks or whatever else. And I'm debating whether I want to just put that there and actually make it into a belly band. And then I can put a little card in there. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I do like this one. And these two I'll make into bookmarks and back them and whatnot for throughout the journal somewhere. So let's put this down on here. Glue up both ends of it. Now this is a bit shorter than the page. And let's try... I'm going to try getting it in the middle. Okay, that. I won't make anything too thick for here. I'll probably just end up putting like another piece of paper or something in there, but there's a nice big belly band and it'll just be narrow so it fits in. So there is that. And then it goes over like that. I'm thinking on doing that as a paper clip. I like to do my paper clips actually at the very end of my journal. It gives me a lot better idea on what I want where. I don't usually do too much of embellishing before. Like if I'm making a normal journal, I probably would have put these pockets in and all the embellishments afterwards. So I think I'm going to put this on this side. And because it should be the exact same size as the page, it's going to go right from top to bottom. But now I'm wondering if I actually want it as a belly band or just totally glue it down to give it more support. No, let's do a belly band. Okay, so I'm going to do about a ½ inch of glue. Normally I would just put it on the very edge, but I want to glue it down a little better than just a tiny, tiny little bit of glue. Try to get it in the center of the page. And that looks good. I'm not gluing, or I'm not distressing the edges of the pages of this journal, so I think not distressing this, it will be okay. So now when that's in your book, you'll be flipping through, and then that'll open up, open up, open up, and open up. So then you have tons of writing space, plus you will have something there. Now I could put these here for decoration if I wanted, but I'm going to leave that for writing space, and I'll use these throughout the journal somewhere else when I go to make it. So there is quite a wide belly band. But I'm just going to grab a paper clip just to hold that closed. Okay, I'm just going to get one of these ones here. They're just like a half, I don't know, teardrop shape, I guess. And we're just going to put it on there. Actually, that even might look nice with just a little dangle hanging from that. So I might do that too. But again, that will be something to do at the very end of the video. So there is April's freebie page. It is 5 pages long. And I'll add this to my other pages in my envelope. And I really like how they turned out. Lots of writing space, lots of space all over. You could even put this April somewhere in there, but would be cute as a paper clip there. But we will decide that later on. I hope you enjoyed April's. You can find it in a few places now, and all the links are below in the description. You gotta click that See More button. Not sure what it is on your phone, but you can get it from the Facebook group. You can get it from my blog, which is a new thing. I just started a blog, which I'll put the freebie on there as well. Or you can go to the Jump Share link below and get it there. So hopefully one of those places work out good for you. And I would love to have you go over and view the blog and also go on to Facebook and join the group. And enjoy, and we will see you again soon in another project. Bye.